Episode number 3. When he started talking on in this way, the lawyer was quite tireless. He went through it all again every time Kay went to see him. There was always some progress, but he could never be told what sort of progress it was. The first set of documents submitted were being worked on, but still not read, which usually turned out to a great advantage the next time Kay went to see him, as the earlier occasion would have been a very bad time to put them in, which they could not then have known. If Kay, stupefied from all this talking, ever pointed out that even considering all these difficulties progress was very slow, the lawyer would object that progress was not slow at all, but that they might have progressed far further if Kay had come to him at the right time. But he had come to him late, and that lateness would bring still further difficulties, and not only where time was concerned. The only welcome interruption during these visits was always when Lep contrived to bring the lawyer his tea while Kay was there. Then she would stand behind Kay pretending to watch the lawyer as he bent greedily over his cup, poured the tea in, and drank, and secretly let Kay hold her hand. There was always complete silence. The lawyer drank. Kay squeezed Lep's hand, and Lep would sometimes dare to gently stroke Kay's hair. "Still here, are you?" the lawyer would ask when he was ready. "I wanted to take the dishes away," said Lep. They would give each other's hands a final squeeze, the lawyer would wipe his mouth, and then start talking at Kay again with a new dinner. Was the lawyer trying to comfort Kay or to confuse him? Kay could not tell, but it seemed clear to him that his defense was not in good hands. Maybe everything the lawyer said was quite right, even though he obviously wanted to make himself as conspicuous as possible, and probably had never even taken on a case as important as he said K's was. But it was still suspicious how he continually mentioned his personal contacts with the civil servants. Were they exploited solely for K's benefit? The lawyer never forgot to mention that they were dealing only with junior officials, which meant officials who were dependent on others, and the direction taken in each trial could be important for their own furtherment. Could it be that they were making use of the lawyer to turn trials in a certain direction, which would, of course, always be at the cost of the defendant? It certainly did not mean that they would do that in every trial. That was not likely at all, and there were probably also trials where they gave the lawyer advantages, and all the room he needed to turn it in the direction he wanted, as it would also be to their advantage to keep his reputation intact. If that really was the relationship, how would they direct K's trial, which, as the lawyer had explained, was especially difficult, and therefore important enough to attract great attention from the very first time it came to court? There could not be much doubt about what they would do. The first signs of it could already be seen in the fact that the first documents still had not been submitted, even though the trial had already lasted several months, and that, according to the lawyer, everything was still in its initial stages, which was very effective, of course, in making the defendant passive, and keeping him helpless. Then he could be suddenly surprised with the verdict, or at least with a notification that the hearing had not decided in his favor, and the matter would be passed on to a higher office.